Hello again, everybody. Okay, so here we go again. More stuff for the F-150 showed up in that box right there. I'm only aware of it being one thing, actually two. But the other one's supposed to show up today, so hopefully we can do all of this in one video. We'll see. If not, I'll just do this tomorrow again and install the other one that shows up tomorrow. So here we go with an unboxing again. You guys can see what's going on. This is another one of those things that really should only take, a few minutes to install, but lesson learned from before always takes me longer. This is what's in it. My taillights. Put this off to the side. Of course, you get the biggest pieces of styrofoam ever. Here they are. Sorry for the lighting. I really need to get some other lights, like up here. But let me just pull that out of the box, unwrap that. Here she be. This looks like it's all the what I messed up the last time. Didn't know what was going on. But these plug into the light sockets. I learned my lesson. Let's take this off so you can kind of see without all this stuff on it. This, I believe, is the built-in resistor, since it's LED stuff in here. I think that's what those are. Got the LED surround, and these do stick out from the vehicle a little bit, which I knew by watching the videos that it has that. All right, let's get the other one unboxed, unwrapped, and get going on this project, but we'll just pick up with the tailgate open and all that good stuff. All right, so I already removed the bolts here. Right here. All they are these little 8mm bolts that come out from here and here. I'll show you on the other side when I get there. But these should just pull out of here. Right? Just like that. Twist your bulbs out. Like so. Why don't you want to come out of there? Let's see about put this one down here. That socket is not looking so good. Alright. Usually just twist them and they come out. Don't want to break these things. There you go. Just like that. So remember what we're doing here is you're taking the bulbs out. And you just take these and plug them in to the socket until you hear a nice little click. Push that wiring in. These are that's the big side. Okay, so pull these out. Get everything else out of your way. Then make sure your tabs line up. Oh, no, no, no. Well, it's broken. Broke 2 tabs already. That's why you don't do this stuff in the cold. Plastic stuff doesn't fare well in the cold weather. Just like that. Guess I'm not too concerned if something broke as far as pins here, because this is going to hold them in place just fine. Guys to see a little better what's going on. I don't know if you guys saw any of that. But there's just the 2 bolts here. One. 2. Let's give it a yank. Take all your bulbs out. And I was doing this wrong the whole time, so that's why I was having problems. All the bulbs out. simply plug these things back in. Now, I didn't learn my lesson from the last time, you guys. So what I should do is go turn the lights on and shit. Make sure everything's working. Everything works. Alright, what I could see was working just fine, as you can tell. Now to fight lining up these things again. Push wiring into the hole. Push that in. Turn till it locks. Ready to reinstall lights. Why are they still on? Is it because the keys are in there? Holes are lined up pretty darn good. The reason why it's a little off is because of the dent that's in the fender. If you all remember that. Is the door not? Why are these lights still on? Okay. Now I just need to find out why the lights are still on. I'm going to take the key out, see if that is just a weird indication. Oh, because the lights are still on. Boy, I'm a genius. All right. All right. Just like that. anyway, this pin isn't going to line up in there. I don't know if you can see it because this fender is pushed in. But it isn't going to go anywhere. Okay, so I will turn the blinkers on and hit the brake light so you see what's going on. Cool. So this is what I mean by they stick out from the body. Like right here. The other ones are just flush like this was. So if you can live with that, that's how those look. Here is who I got it from, the maker. And there's information there. And what's supposed to be showing up today also is that center brake light. So change that one out when it shows up. Alright guys, as you can maybe tell on the video, it's snowing and cold, so I'll be back when it's time to install that light. Alright, so the center brake light has arrived. And now I got to figure out how to get my big body up there without breaking that hardtop tonneau cover thing. Well, if I break it, I don't really care because I hate it. But at the same time, if I can get a few bucks for it, selling it, I will. But here's the new one. Comes with a nice gasket. You peel off the adhesive end, stick it on there. So, yeah. Anyway, I am going to try and use the step stool sitting there and see if I can get up there. Figure out exactly what are the screws there. I think there's Phillips head. So, well, let's see what I can do. Yep, they are Phillips head. And they look like they're a special one, so you don't want to drop these and lose these. Just the two to come off. And you know that ain't gonna just pop off there. Nope, be right back. Didn't want to use a screwdriver, but it might be. I don't want to break this thing either. this has 3 connections. Guess I gotta figure out which ones I'm not using, eh? Actually, oh, the third one, the bulb fell off. Anyway. I'm wondering why there's only 3 connections, or 2. Come on. Oh, you're broken. Oh, no. There. I don't think that's the same thing. Oh, okay. Why does that come on? So, something's hooked up backwards, I think. I'm not sure why that's on though. Stay there for just a second. Are you off now? Come on. Do something. Okay. Is the bright white lights off? Just the red? Off? Thank you. Well, I guess I personally won't know until I review the footage myself if that's actually working. Yes, I can trust my wife, but I hope she wasn't looking at the ones I had just put in for the taillights. Okay. All right, so it almost looked like I had to reverse the two wires. Not a big deal, but if you would think that the far right one went into the far right bulb socket, apparently not. It goes into the left. Something was different on this one. At least I hope it's functioning the way it's supposed to be. I'll check the footage and go from there. All right, so that concludes that. And this is, I didn't even think to say this the first time, guys, but putting in the taillights literally only took about 20 minutes. About as much as it should have taken. That's a first in a long time. And even putting in that center light was quick. So, yay. Something actually went right. But it is really, really cold. So I'm cutting this short. We'll see you guys hopefully next week. That actually, what you saw me do here wraps up the exterior lighting that I'm changing. I'm not going to worry too much about the fog lights because those are just fine and dandy the way they are. So what am I going to do next? I don't know. Might take next week off. Who knows? I'm looking into a cold air intake to put on that for slightly better gas mileage than that thing is getting. But a lot of the driving I do is in town. So as everybody knows, that's where you're going to get the worst gas, worst fuel economy. But all right, guys, it is freezing cold. It's like 19 degrees and very windy. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with all those original lighting assemblies. Put them up for sale. Why not? Anybody wants them, I mean, hit me up in the comments. I'll sell them to you really cheap. The whole kit and caboodle, the front headlights, the tail lights, center stoplight. I don't know, $100. They're original. Anyway, freezing. See ya. Bye. Okay, so come to find out, it's a defective unit. There's something wrong with whatever it's trying to do or think it's doing. I don't know, but the two outer ones, it's kind of hard to tell. The two outer lights are supposed to come on when you open the door, and it's your cargo light. So something, usually there's a switch in the dash that comes on to do this, to turn them on, but I honestly don't see that on this vehicle. The center is only for the brakes. When I plug in when I was plugging in the wiring, the side lights would come on and stay on. There was nothing. I don't know what the deal with that was. So there's something wired wrong, I think, inside of these cheap things, this cheap lights that I bought. But now, when I do and hit the brake light, that brake light should come on. If it in fact did not just turn on, then angry faces all over the screen. Anyway, that is the conclusion now, I promise. It's a defective unit. I emailed the company a few minutes ago, so I probably won't hear from them for a while. I don't know where they're at. I guess that just teaches me a lesson. This thing wasn't that expensive. I don't know. Because I am who I am, I might just order a different one. I don't know. Let Amazon know that there's something wrong with that unit. Just get my money back for it. Whatever. Okay, now I'm calling it. You guys have a great day, great weekend, whatever. And I appreciate you guys more than you know for watching my stuff. Have a good day.